Welcome to MojoTravels, and today we're counting down our picks for the best cities in South America to visit in 2021. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to MojoTravels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at South America's premier destinations over the next year. El Calafate, Argentina. This Patagonian city is located on Lake Argentino's southern border, but it isn't exactly the kind of place to bring a swimsuit. El Calafate serves as a gateway to Los Glaciares National Park, which consists of 356 glaciers. The park is perhaps best known for Perito Moreno Glacier, an icy giant that measures out at an astounding over 500 feet thick and 3 miles wide. You can book a day-long cruise or kayak tour to view the glaciers. For those who are feeling extra adventurous, take a trekking tour to get up close to Perito Moreno Glacier. Spotting glaciers isn't the only fun activity for tourists who love the cold. Head on over to Calafate Mountain Park for a fun-filled day of skiing and tubing. Santiago, Chile. With a population of 7 million, Santiago is Chile's biggest city with no shortage of sights to see. At the center of the city, you'll find Santa Lucia Hill, a prime destination to create Instagrammable memories. Speaking of photo ops, you'll have to seek out landmarks such as La Moneda Palace in downtown Santiago, the main square of Plaza de Armas, and the Sanctuary of the Immaculate Conception of San Cristobal Hill. The 45-minute walk up San Cristobal Hill couldn't be more rewarding, especially when you reach the summit where the Blessed Virgin Mary statue resides. If you need a break from walking, though, the equally scenic cable car ride will take you from the Pedro de Valdivia entrance to the glorious top. Lima, Peru. In addition to being the capital of Peru, Lima is South America's most populated capital city. Being the city's birthplace, the Plaza Mayor is the ideal place to kick off your sightseeing adventure. From there, you can spend the afternoon walking from the Cathedral of Lima to the Park of the Reserve for the Magic Water Tour. After that, we'd suggest seeking out Huaca Pucllana, an ancient pyramid made of adobe and clay. If there's still room in your schedule, head over to Parque El Faro, where the La Marina lighthouse sits on the cliffs. Since the coastline view will likely get you in the mood for sand and water, keep in mind that the Chorrillos district is highly regarded for its beach resorts. Bogotá, Colombia. Upon landing in El Dorado International Airport, Colombia's largest city will quickly sweep you off your feet. Bogotá is the very life force of the country's economy, serving as a cultural hub with malls, theaters, and restaurants. While we're on the subject of food, you can't visit Bogotá without chowing down on a bowl of ajiaco, a soup traditionally consisting of chicken, potatoes, and galinsoga parviflora, with corn for garnish. You'll find a wide array of priceless art and artifacts at the National Museum and the Gold Museum, amongst various others. After stimulating your mind, get your heart pumping by climbing Monserrate, a mountain that extends more than 10,000 feet high. For something more leisurely, take the tramway to the church and restaurants on top. São Paulo, Brazil. São Paulo not only has the distinction of being the most populated city in Brazil, but all of the Americas as well. As such, there's a ton of ground to cover. If you want an idea of just how vast this metropolis is, check out the observation deck of the Alcino Aranches building, Mirante do Vale, or one of the city's many other skyscrapers. Perhaps the main reason to visit São Paulo is because it's not just a great place to soak up South American culture. Given the city's history of immigration, you'll meet people of European, Asian, Arab, African, and Jewish descent amongst others. The sheer amount of diversity paves the way for all sorts of unique experiences, from the food to the sightseeing. Buenos Aires, Argentina. On Rio de la Plata's western coast, you'll find Argentina's busy capital. No city in South America has been visited more than Buenos Aires. What exactly is it that keeps people flocking to this melting pot? For starters, there are more than 250 parks to explore, most notably the Japanese Gardens and the Plaza de Mayo. There are over 280 venues to catch a show, thus earning Buenos Aires the title of the world's capital of theater. The landmarks in particular are tourist magnets, from the Recoleta Cemetery to the Obelisk Monument. A trip to Buenos Aires will feel like a breath of fresh air, which makes sense seeing how the city's name can translate to fair winds and good airs. Cusco, Peru. If you travel to southern Peru, chances are the Inca citadel of Machu Picchu is going to top your must-see list. Before heading over to that world wonder, however, we'd suggest starting your vacation in this city. From Cusco, you can follow the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu, but that's far from the only reason to visit. Cusco encompasses plenty of rich history, once being the Inca Empire's capital. Spend a day taking in the Inca architecture, such as the Coricancha Temple. To soak up the local urban culture, lose yourself at the Plaza de Armas. Machu Picchu isn't the only iconic landmark around Cusco either. It's only a 2-hour drive and brief walk to the Rainbow Mountain. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Rio de Janeiro annually attracts just under 3 million international visitors, more than any other South American city. There are more than a few reasons why. Rio is a tropical paradise overflowing with tranquil beaches, green parks, and epic hiking trails. Any sports fan needs to catch a football game at Maracanã Stadium. Rio is also famous for its wild festivals, although it's hard to say if the Carnaval of Brazil will still take place this February due to the pandemic. When in Rio, though, every day is a festival. For any tourist, there are 2 things you absolutely must do. Take a cable ride to Sugarloaf Mountain, and then check out the Christ the Redeemer statue at Corcovado Mountain. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoTravels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.